You know guys, it's been a while since I'd last pretended to be a game designer, and baselessly yelled at Mojang on how to do their jobs in designing Minecraft. By my count, it's been at least 9 months, and according to my doctor, if I don't let out all my hate and bile fast, it will congeal in my womb space, and I will get pregnant with a new Hitler. And we don't want that! Think of the horrific fan art. So in order to save humanity, let me tell you about all the changes I would make to Minecraft. Okay, so 2 years ago, I just started writing a big list of all the changes I would make to the vanilla game. Changes that I think everybody would universally like. I don't think I've wrote down anything too insane or anything crazy. The point of this is not to try and invent an entire huge update, but rather I wanted to try and expand on existing features in what I see as logical and fun ways. In fact, spoilers for the video, but since originally writing down some of these ideas, some of them have actually come true. So either I'm really good at game design, or Mojang owes me like $3 trillion. Let's begin. Number 1. Village paths. According to the Minecraft wiki, villagers were added 3,000 years ago. And despite this, whenever I find a village in game, they always just look so goddamn messed up in their generation. And look, I get it, you can't account for every seed as it's all randomly generated, but surely you could fix the generation on village paths? Why does every village have messed up paths? Why is there grass constantly spawning on them? Why are there trees in the middle of the road? Why are they patchy and don't connect? It's been this way for years and it looks like crap! What, Mojang? Do you think villagers are just stupid? Wait, don't answer that. Number 2. The lighting system. Each block in Minecraft can have a lightness rating between 0 and 15, which decreases the further the block is from a light source. Now, this seems like a simple system, but it has some really obvious flaws. Let's say, hypothetically, we have a room that is 18 blocks tall. Now, despite the ceiling being entirely made out of glowstone, the floor of this room will forever be in darkness, and as a result, spawn mobs. This usually is not an issue, but for anyone that has tried building a very large project, you will immediately notice how the lighting system just falls apart. A few years ago, I tried building a recreation of a local monument to me, and I quickly found myself incredibly annoyed at how my entire building was getting soaked in darkness like an eclipse was happening. I don't know how, but there's got to be a better way. Number 3. Leads. Okay, so back in 2024, I actually wrote down that I want to be able to attach horses to boats with leads. This was because at the time, I desperately wanted to try and make a working carousel. And to my excitement, Mojang actually implemented this very change, and I gleefully was able to not only make a carousel, but a whole bunch of other cool stuff as well. I just thought I'd mention this because it's such a cool feature, and I got what I wanted. Number 4. Shulkers. If I was put in charge of Minecraft, the first thing I would do is give myself a ton of money. But the second thing I would do is I would issue a new rule that every item in the game needs at least 2 different uses. Think about it, an ink sac can be used for black dye, but also a book and quill. An egg can be used for chickens or to bake a cake. A shulker shell can only make a shulker box. Now this is actually a big issue with a ton of the new stuff they add. To me, it's what makes it feel very disconnected from the base game and why people call it bloat. So to fix this, I would change 2 things. First, I would make it so shulker shells can actually be a brewing ingredient to make a new potion of levitation, which might be fun. And the second thing is I would make it so you can wear a shulker shell as a hat. Because really, it already kind of looks like a hat, and, well, I think it would be kind of funny. Number 5, sand. Oh god, it's hurting my voice. Number 5, sand. Concrete is a really popular building block, but it's just a bit of a hassle to get a lot of, and I think that's great. It gives motivation for the player to construct a bunch of farms all throughout the world, which adds progression to the game. For long-term players, they can automate gathering gravel via piggling trading, and they can automate getting dyes via flower farms. Hell, you can even automate the hardening of concrete with these fancy redstone machines. But the one thing you can't automate is the gathering of sand, which leaves any desert in a large world or SMP soon to be, ironically, barren. I mean, screw saving the rainforest, we need #save the deserts. So my solution is simple. Make it so husks can now drop sand blocks. Means you can now farm it. Boom! Everyone's happy. And you don't need to use that clearly buggy and dodgy sand duper contraption. Because, come on, look at that goddamn thing. That's clearly a glitch. Come on. Number 6. More curses! I love curses, especially the ones I put on my ex. I think the idea of a negative enchantment was a fantastic idea by Mojang, but unfortunately, it's woefully being left a bit unexplored. Mojang should add a ton of new curses to the game that affect your tools and weaponry in interesting and weird ways. And here's the thing, we can instead make them have both positive and negative effects. Let's say there's a new Curse of Inertia that makes your weapons do more damage, but they now have a longer recovery time between swings, so it's a bit of a trade-off. How about a Curse of Vibration for shields, which causes both you and your opponent to get knocked back when struck? Dude, the possibilities are really endless here, so I think it's a huge shame that the enchantment system in Minecraft is just so lame. Number 7, remove the banner limit. My voice. Why the hell is the banner limit actually still in the game? Why are banners limited to just 6 patterns? You could do so much more cool stuff if it wasn't why is it even in the game, huh? Just remove it. Let people do creative stuff. Or at the very least, limit it to 15 or 16 or something. I mean, jeez. Number 8, remove the Anvil limit. Okay, so this one seems obvious to me. Who the hell likes this? Ooh, enchantment level too high. It's too expensive, you can't do this. Mending is already in the game, so it's not like you have to make a new tool. What is the gameplay benefit? This is something from an ancient era. Why? Jen, why is this still in the game? Oh my god! Number 9, biome fishing. Okay, I think this would be a super cool idea. Imagine if the loot pool for fishing was different depending on what biome you actually went fishing in. Maybe some enchantments are only available in a swamp, or maybe you get more fish if you fish in a deep ocean. And the crazy thing about this idea is it's technically already in the game. In jungles, you have a slight chance to fish bamboo. But the thing is, they only ever use this feature once, and it's only for bamboo in jungles. Why not just do it for others? Why? And finally, number 10, that damn fletching table. It's almost been a running joke at this point on how this sucker has no use. Now, obviously, we already have a ton of arrows in the game with different potion effects, but what if the fletching table lets you combine these different arrows so you can have one with multiple effects? Or maybe, just like a brewing stand, you could use glowstone or redstone to extend or even amplify the effect already on an arrow. Hell, you could even take inspiration from how fireworks are crafted and allow some unique visual effects to be added onto arrows, like an arrow that leaves a trail behind it when fired. I mean, I think it'd be really cool to make a redstone mechanism where you could fire out a rainbow of arrows. I mean, come on. And look, it's what I came up with after 5 minutes of thought. At least it didn't take me 7 years. And that's the 10 things I would change about Minecraft. Honestly, I have a whole bunch more on this list. Some of them are a bit more crazy and out there, so I could totally make another part of this if you guys enjoy this. And I'm sure you've heard this crap before, you know, yada yada, like the video for a part 2, yada yada, subscribe if you support genocide. Yeah, we get it.